Okay.
Then I resend it to you.
So this would be T5, H6, H7. So this is a T5. If you don't have start stop, this is what your car comes with. H6 is the middle portion for a car with start stop. This battery was never offered in these models, but I'm assuming this tray is probably from a number of different models, could even be found in Escape. So it's already here, and it's going to be a very tight fit, but the measurements work out. So you can see there's already a bolt hole for it. So you just slide this underneath. You'll have to pull out your air box, and then you'll be able to slip the battery right in. And it should essentially work just like the other one. You're going to have your positive cable here, your negative cable will be tucked underneath. Even with the small T5, you slip it in. But what we're looking at is this is going to go from 600 cold cranking amps to 850, and we'll have 1,000 cranking amp battery. So here in the winter, way better, much nicer setup. So this is pretty much the install. So we'll take this battery here, and we are going to just slide it in. I'm leaving the positive clamp on just for posterity's sake, I suppose. Cleaned off the tray. Hopefully this stays kind of out of our way. It won't. Positive end comes out, negative end first. Alright, so yeah, this is a huge battery that this car never came with. And we're going to give it a shot. So it looks like this hose here, electrical wire is just barely in the way. There it is. So it fits in there. I suppose we can take a peek in the back. So you can kind of see the edge has a lip on it right there, and that actually tucks in the back so it doesn't move. Let's see if you can see that right there. So you can see on the right, that little piece is the battery tray, and on the left is the battery, and so they match up. And we had to pull this. So maybe one thing, if you're trying to replicate this, pop these two zip ties and pull this cable out the way. However, it looks like everything is going to go together. So the other thing I thought about doing is leaving this in. It looks like it wouldn't have worked. So we'll just slip this underneath, bolt it down, and that is by far the biggest battery you can fit in a Fusion. I will slap everything together here and take a picture when it's done. So that's about it. She's all in there, bolted down. These, I did end up taking those up. I'm going to have to replace one of them because it snapped. But take those up, get that slipped in there. Negative cables on, positive cables on. This is about how it'll fit. I'll come back when I have the intake manifold, the air filter installed. But yeah, so again, this thing is a monster. They actually make larger ones, but this one, if you can see, is 850 cranking amps, cold cranking amps, and 1,000 cranking amps. Alright, like I said, here we go. So there's the clearance between the airbox and the battery. It's fine. Everything looks good. These are actually nice and straight. They have plenty of room. That one, same thing. When you put it on with the battery outside, you just make sure you turn the terminal so it's pointing straight back like that, and then it'll swing right into place. So there you are. Basically, the sizes that will fit in this car are your T5, your H6, and this is the H7. So you'll find these in like Jeeps and such. Again, fantastic upgrade for people who are like me in the upper Midwest. We see, minus 10, minus 20. This gives you that extra capacity for, a couple more days in the cold and 1 or 2 more shots at starting it when it's insanely freezing out. There you go.